Have you ever felt just stuck? Like you're running 1,000 different scenarios in your head for every single decision, big or small, until you're just completely exhausted and can't move. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty powerful idea from some ancient wisdom that offers a way out of that trap.
So, let's start with a quote from one of the greatest samurai swordsmen who ever lived, Miyamoto Musashi. When he talks about the world of void, he's not talking about emptiness or nothingness. No, he's describing a state of mind, a place of total clarity and really peak performance. And the best part is, it's a state we can actually learn to tap into.
But here's the thing. This is where most of us live, day in and day out. The world of form. It's the total opposite of the void. It's that world of constant mental chatter, of endless what-ifs, and second-guessing every little thing. It's basically a mental prison that we build for ourselves just by overthinking. Sound familiar?
And that feeling has a name: analysis paralysis. I mean, you have a great idea, or maybe an opportunity lands in your lap, but then you get stuck. You start researching, you make lists, you weigh the pros and cons, endlessly, chasing this perfect answer that, let's be honest, never really comes. And all the while, that opportunity just sails right on by.
Okay, so let's break this down. On one side, you've got the world of form. That's all about overthinking, analysis, friction, and paralysis. On the other, you have the world of void. In Japanese, No Sekai, and that's about intuition, action, flow, and no interference. It's really the difference between wading through thick mud and being effortlessly carried by a river. To make this whole idea really click, let's walk through a quick story. Because this isn't just some abstract theory, it's about how this stuff plays out in the real world.
So, I want you to meet Emily. She is incredibly smart, she's detail-oriented, and she's fantastic at her job, which is all about analyzing opportunities and figuring out the best way forward. She's exactly the person you'd want planning a really complex project.
But here's her fatal flaw. Her own brilliance becomes her cage. She gets so caught up trying to find the perfect plan, the one with zero risk and a guaranteed win, that she ends up researching for months. She is living deep inside that world of form, analyzing everything to death.
And here's the real cost of that. While Emily is busy perfecting her plan, the world just keeps moving. The market changes, her competitors make a move, and that window of opportunity slams shut. So she's left with a folder full of these flawless, beautiful plans for things that never actually happened.
So just when she's about to give up, she meets a mentor, a guy named Ko. Now he sees her incredible potential, but he also sees this self-imposed trap she's in, and he decides to teach her a lesson, not about more analysis, but about a completely different way of thinking.
This is the absolute core of it all. Kobro tells her, in a sword fight, if you stop to think about the perfect angle, the perfect block, the perfect strike, you die. There's no time for conscious thought. There's only time for action that comes from your training and your intuition. And here's the key. Her career, her opportunities, that is her sword fight. And that state Ku is describing, it actually has a name, Mushin. It translates to mind without mind, or no mind. Now this doesn't mean your brain is turned off. It just means your mind isn't getting in its own way. Your actions can flow directly from your gut, totally free from the interference of fear and doubt and all that overanalysis. And this just changed everything for Emily. She started launching projects not when the plan was perfect, but when her intuition told her it was time to go. She learned to act before she felt 100% ready, trusting in her own ability to adapt and handle problems as they came up. She literally moved from the world of form to the world of void. So how can we actually do this? Well, it kind of boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you have to accept that 100% certainty is just an illusion. You're never going to have all the data. Second, stop waiting for the perfect plan. It just doesn't exist. And third, and this is the most important one, you have to trust your own ability to handle whatever comes your way. This isn't about being reckless, it's about being resilient. And that brings us to the final thought for today. You see, the void isn't some scary, empty place. It's a space of pure potential. It's a space for action and for flow. It's where you stop planning to live and you actually start living. So, the question I want to leave you with is, what overanalyzed project or decision or conversation in your life is just waiting for you to take that leap? What void are you ready to step into?